is going on, everybody? Please let me know if the volume is a little bit better this time. I got some comments that people couldn't hear me last time. I know it sounds a little far away. I'm using the wind protective mic, so my voice isn't quite as beautiful as some of the other content creators, but doing what we can out here. Big shout out to PI Coin. Let's fucking go. Let's get into it. PI Coin being crazy here. Actually, let me go to the overall market first. Just go do an overall overview of the market, and then we'll get into PI Coin specifically. So if you're just here for PI Coin, go ahead and skip a few minutes. Number one, right now on the day, geez, got the meme coins really moving. We got Doge or Dog with Hat and Floki leading the charge. Dog with Hat up 28% on the day, Floki up 8%. XRP also leading the pack, nice, 7%, and then PI Coin in the top 5. Out of all of the cryptos in the top 100, they are ranked number 4th right now at about 6.5%, and Bonk at around 5%. Let's go ahead and check out the daily losers real quick. We have the Trump coin official. They have a lot of volume going on today compared to their market cap. Down 7.5%, Optimism down 4.5%, and Arbitrum matching at 4.5%. Let's go ahead and check on the market in general. Pretty much everything sideways. Bitcoin 1% down, Ethereum down 1% as well. It's pretty much sideways on the day. XRP biggest gainer, BNB up 2%, Solana sideways 0%, Dogecoin sideways down 1%, ADA down 1%, Tron 3 or up 1%, Tron up 3%, Sui down 2%. And let's see what else I want to highlight here. AVAX 0.4% up on the day. Stellar Lumens 2.5%. Similar blockchain tech as Pi Network, and Shiba Inu down 1. Pi Network up 6.3% on the day. This has been wild. I know if you guys are watching this video, you already know it's been crazy. If you guys are excited for what's coming up for PI Coin, please drop a like on this video. I think I can actually start trading on OKX. I can start doing some leverage trading, so I might start doing that pretty soon here. They won't let me swap in and out or add more PI Coin. I just have to send it from my original PI Coin wallet. So I think I'm going to start doing that here pretty soon. If you guys appreciate the daily updates for PI Coin, please go ahead and drop this video a like. Drop some comments as well. Get more attention on PI Coin. Things are getting crazy 2 days before consensus. We have our boy that's going to be talking there, Nicholas. Let's go ahead and check out some charts real quick. Let me pull up TradingView. I was taking a look at it earlier. Jeez, this is just crazy. Let me pull out my stylus. This is craziness. I knew I should have bought the tip. Hey, look at where this line fell. Right on that $1.02 mark is right where this little boop went all the way right there. It's kind of crazy. Why did I have that line even there in the first place? Interesting. All right, this is the 1 minute. Let me zoom out real quick. Gather my bearings real quick. Jeez, look at us. We were hovering around that 60-cent mark for a long time, as you guys know. If anybody watched any of my live streams, you saw me talking. I was like, I think this is the accumulation zone. I think we'll be looking back at this period, wishing we accumulated. That if I had any more money, I would have been buying more PI Coin and SUI during this time period. And would you look at that? It was a little bit past where I had my X around in here marked, but just kept going sideways a little bit longer, and then it absolutely exploded, going from around 60 cents all the way to $1.80. It's moving back up now. I kind of want to see if I can trade on OKX. This is really making me want to trade pretty badly. Let's see if we can find anything over here. Oh, and on OKX, BitGet. I think that's what I was thinking. Yeah, BitGet over here. I wonder if, oh man, I wonder if I can actually, let's see, let's get half a BitGet over here. Let's do split screen. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. Might get some leverage trading going. And if you guys want to see some leverage trading on PI Coin, let me know. Drop some comments. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you for the like, whether you're listening in live or you guys are listening after the fact. If you're bullish on PI Coin, please drop this a like. I'm going to be doing some trading as well as going over the overall news. Really, there isn't too much besides the upcoming event at Consensus? What do you guys think Nicholas is going to talk about? I'm curious what you guys think. I have my own beliefs as to what I think is going to happen, but nobody knows. You know what else is interesting? Look at this other level I dropped. Well, it's pretty decent resistance actually over here. We kind of flew right through it originally, but this is on the 4-hour over here. Let's see. Can I actually get some Pi coin over here? Let's see. Home. Let's get some Pi coin going. Let's see. How can I receive? Trade. I might have to figure this out some other time. Oh, here's deposit transfer. Let's go. Transfer. Oh, I don't know about this. I'm trying to transfer my Pi coin over here. Hello? Crypto transfer. Let's see. Choose network, ton, Solana. Can I do this on the Pi blockchain? I cannot. Match the correct withdrawal. Binance, no. Guess I'm not going to be able to do trade. I'm going to try and figure this out. I really want to trade Pi coin, but since I'm a US citizen, gosh, it is so restrictive. It's so fucked. But it is what it is. If you guys are bullish on Pi coin, you want to see some trading, please drop some extra comments, some reinforcement. I will try much harder if people actually want to see that versus me going over the news, stuff like that. Anyways, let me go to Pi coin. I at least like checking out the order book that they have on BitGet. Gonna go ahead and play over here as well. Let me know how you guys are doing. I hope you're enjoying this little rally. I'm going to talk about my thoughts in a second here. I'm just kind of setting up my screen. I really prefer actually to see this order book here. You can see how many people are trying to buy and sell around each number. Let's change this actually to the 10-cent mark. Get even bigger. Why isn't this showing more than that? What's up, Michael? How's it going, man? Made about $400. Let's go. You closed out about half my Pi profits and sitting at $800. Great considering I got on 75 cents when I first moved to Max C. Dude, nice, man. Congrats, Michael. I know we were talking a few days ago. Hope you've been doing well. There hasn't been a lot of Pi coin action, so great to see it. Yeah, so I guess, are you going to be trading more, do you think? Or are you just going to sort of sideline those profits and then ride out what you have left? I'm going to take a look at some of these marks. We're hitting this resistance. Be nice, or whatever, I drew it anyways for some resistance. It'd be nice if we could keep going through here. I really want to figure out how to trade Pi coin so bad. I kind of want to make that my mission. It's really annoying that I'm in the US and they don't let me trade like that. Let's see, deposit, transfer funds to start spot trading. Crypto loans, quick buy, convert, crypto deposit. Yeah, I made a trade. Nice, dude. I trade spot and leverage, but for now, seeing how Pi plays out, I have a staggered sells to 2.1. Yeah, that's smart to probably DCA on the way out. I'll probably go over that some other time. Yeah, I'm gonna try and figure out how to trade. I really want to start trading, especially around here, around these levels. Things are gonna get so crazy. You can make stupid money if you hit these dips, right? I prefer to long over short. Did you short the market at all, or you mostly just long? See, this resistance is really actually playing out that I put here. It was right on that line I put. We'll see. What are you guys' thoughts? You have DCA is out. Is that most of the rest of your portfolio out to 2.1 cents? I'm going to go ahead as well and get into some of the other news that we're seeing. Next, let's check out. Go ahead, see what HTX is up to. Fibber Trace is your friend. That's a fact. What are the oysters in? What? Okay, it's a shill space. Sorry, that's our marketing officers in there right now. Nice. Good stuff, brother. All right, let's go ahead and check out Pi Network, see what's going on. I know HTX is still posting, they're still bull posting. You said the fib retracement is your friend. Historically, shorting hasn't yielded much profits. Yeah, I'm never going to short, especially when a bull market's coming up like I think it is. Let's see, don't let the volatility affect you. Relax and enjoy the mega show. Yeah, I've been meaning to drop a video. That's what I'm going to say pretty much in my video is don't let all this volatility fool you. You know, just play things however you want. If you're long or short, make sure you just got your head on straight. Yeah, so I have about 350 in USDT and 500 in Pi. Man, I'm envious that MEXC works for you and you can leverage trade on there. Gosh, that's so nice. It's a solid balance. How about 50-50? Although, I don't know, man. It would probably be tempting for me not to take some more of those profits, put it back in again. Keep popping up my tweets up here in the top tweets. That's only got 8 likes, so check out the latest stuff from people. Let's see, 2FA doesn't work. Hey, good evening. What's good, Ronald? Hope you're doing well, bro. Great to see you. We are absolutely mooning, boys and ladies. If there's any ladies listening in right now, I just went over a little bit of TA very quickly. I can't believe how well this is actually bounced right off of that line I put in there. Like you said, the fib retracements. Michael Dunn, my brother, also told me that I should look into pros that has crazy potential to yield profits. I don't know what pros is. Or P Ross? P Rose? I'm curious. Yeah, I mean, I really think it just depends on how you're trying to play things. If you like trading, then you want to pick something that's volatile. If you just like setting and forgetting, like Ronald, he's just a whale that's buying and holding, then make sure you do that and don't let the volatility affect you. I love seeing the volume though. The volume here has been making me crazy bullish. We have the announcement coming up in 2 days. I do want to say, everybody, definitely be careful that this isn't a buy the rumor, sell the news kind of event. So we may have something big happen and the market could still dump. Just as a friendly reminder on the 14th. But I don't know. I'm long. I'm not really trading right now, so I'm not super worried. So I haven't done too much research on it, but he has. It's the mining equipment for Bitcoin. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that's something I need to get more into is just the general mining. You can even do it with the regular PC. I know that. I think you just need like 500 gigabytes or something. It is kind of decent to actually download the entire chain of Bitcoin so far. It's how large it is. Um, but yeah, I heard that you can actually run it on a decent computer. Doesn't take anything too crazy. Wow, look at that bounce. What levels are you guys looking at? I know, Michael, you said you're kind of DCing out all the way up to 2.1. I don't know, man. I'm really long for Pi coin. I'm not pulling out. I'm not taking out anytime soon if I can help it, personally. I wish I could trade. I really want to leverage trade this bad boy. They don't have it. They don't really have too much on chain right now either, unfortunately. We'll see what the announcements are. What do you guys think is going to happen for the announcement? Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. If you're listening to this after the fact, and then for Michael and Ronald, what are you guys thinking? Also, anybody else who's tuned in right now, what do you think the major announcement is going to be? I think it personally is AI related. Let me go to the other app. I want to see if there's anything going on. I personally think it's going to be AI related. And that would really freaking send Pi Network. But I have no idea. Yeah, I think 2.1 is also conservative, especially depending on how long your time horizon is. I really think this will do well in the long term. I'm estimating $3, but taking some profits is better than none. Amen. Never went broke taking profits. Binance listing potentially. I don't think that they're going to talk about the Binance listing personally. Like I just don't think that they'd be like big announcement and then it'd be the Binance listing. It's kind of like It's kind of soft. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like it has to be bigger than that because that's not announcement worthy to go up on stage and have consensus and all this stuff. Um, you know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking. I would love to have a Binance listing though. That'd be sweet. I'd personally like a Coinbase listing. I could trade some damn Pi coins. I could buy some more and sell some more easily. I have to make sure I'm posting more frequently in the forum as well. Over here, I want to see if there's any apps. Do you guys have a favorite app for PiCoin? What's going on here? Why can't I get out of here? Home. Take me home. Country roads. Take me home. All right. Okay, explore the ecosystem. I'm going to open this in split screen. Let's do that. Let's get this on the 1 minute. Yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking. Ronald, do you have like a price that you're going to be selling around, or are you just holding for a long term? I know you're staking long term. I'm curious if you're looking at taking profits anywhere. All right, Fruity Pie. I'm going to assume that this is Fruit Ninja, but just runs ads in Pi Coin. So far, only 2 mainnet apps. I'm really curious. I think that the announcement personally is going to have to do with AI. It might have something to do with the coins, the token price itself. Look at this right here. Pi has $100 billion full market cap potential. I would agree. Has to become mainstream adopted before we see higher prices, just my opinion, unless they start burning. I agree. I kind of think, though, I mean, mainstream adoption is really happening. Ronald's holding all the Pi long term. AI in what regards? I'll show you what I'm thinking. Because they already have some AI integrated into the Pi browser. I think I was using, was it in the map of Pi? Here, let me open it up. I remember that there was AI integrated already somewhere in here. I will only trade the Pi I bought on OKX. That's smart. All right, let's go. I think if I hit this question mark, it takes me to the AI thing. Here we go. Here we go. See, here we go. Hi, I'm Mac. How you today? The English is not that great, but here, this is an AI thing. Mac is the map of Pi AI chatbot. Type mapofpi.pinet.com into the main browser to use map of Pi. So I think that they're going to expand upon AI somehow. Still not first world country applicable. I mean, are people in the States actually talking about Pi? Well, we can't. We can't talk about freaking Pi. We can't buy it. It's like it's pissing me off. I can't do anything with it. Are people in the US talking about it? I would say most people in the US aren't talking about crypto at all. They just own it on the sides. But for myself personally, if I go to my channel stats, no one's talking about it at all. Here, dismiss. When I go to my analytics, and then Ronald said, you bought a bit too high. I feel that, man. I think that will be okay long term. Let's go. I've been really dogging on the videos. They haven't been doing so well. But I'm trying to get to my analytics and audience. And for myself personally, top geographies, I mean, US is number one. So that's actually not that much. What? Do I have like one of the most diverse geographies on the planet? How is under 10% the number one that I have? Are there 0% of people listening to my what? This does not add up. About a fifth of people watch my videos with subtitles on. That's interesting. I guess here my videos are mostly Nigeria. Why is my pen tripping? US watches the shorts, Canada, and then live, it's mostly US. that are in here. US and Nigeria, yeah, are my number one and two, but so I'm not sure, honestly. Yeah, it's definitely bigger in um, in lesser developed countries. I'm not sure how to say that politically correct. Let's see, even after Trump's announcement, I mean, people in the US honestly are so brainwashed by the media that they just hate Trump. I almost everybody I know in like I guess I'm from a very democratic place overall, but most of them just hate Trump. And so they think that all of crypto and all this stuff is also a scam. I'll say a little bit more, I guess our age. I'm like 27. So I would say like more people my age are familiar with PiCoin, but it's nothing crazy. Yeah, I thought my demographics are interesting as well for who's watching stuff on PiCoin. So like US is still number one. It's probably because I'm from the US and I guess people can relate to how I talk in that capacity. But um, yeah, on YouTube, it is interesting. But we in Europe don't like Trump. Yeah, I know y'all hate y'all hate him. I'm all politicians are puppets. That's personally how I feel. Okay. Yeah, I mean that's personally how I feel. I'm a big fan of RFK Jr. though, who's taken all the poison out of our food after they've been poisoning us for the last like 30 years. Yeah, they all hate Elon Musk too. But again, honestly, I think that Europe and US citizens, they're just brainwashed by the media. Like, to be honest with you, like y'all only hate Trump because the media is owned by the biggest companies and the people who are controlling narratives, and Trump is shaking up the narrative. Therefore, they hate him. Are you from South Africa, Michael? I forgot about that. I totally forgot about that. But yeah, anyway, that's just my take. No, not media. What are you saying? I'm saying the media hates on Trump out there. It's true, bro. Trump has done a great job of closing the borders. Yeah, for the US. I'm not super political. Like I said, they're all puppets, but you can't have a country if you don't have borders. You can't have a body if you don't have, a skin and, things that separate your world from the other world. I'm not saying that I agree with everything Trump does whatsoever, but I'd have to agree with the border and a dump person. Ronald says, no, not media. And Musk. He says, we in Europe don't like Trump and Musk and a dump person or narcissist. Yeah, I'd say narcissistic. How he talks is, very divisive sometimes. But honestly, I don't know, man. I think that a lot of it kind of is part of it's just a game. All politics is a game. All this is a game. I don't look at the person, I look at the administration. Yeah, exactly. Like, and I'm just saying, I guess that the media, both in the United States as well as in Europe, they are owned by these like only a few companies own the mainstream media and they just paint a nasty picture because these people are tearing up the status quo. Like Europe has owned the status quo. Like Netherlands, France, I know Germans that hate Trump. Um, but it's because they've honestly been in control of the European Union and they've also been extracting from the rest of the world. And the fact that Trump is kind of switching it up and just being exclusivist to America and isolationist, they just hate that because it also messes with their money, messes with their bag. So that's kind of my take on things. Like I think Trump is just living his own world, la di da. He's definitely a little more self-centered, but it's America first in his mind. And I think that mainstream media, Europe, just hates that because they're owned by bureaucrats that don't want the status quo to change because Europe was extracting from the rest of the world, um, just like the US was to a large extent. I don't know though. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just some random guy on the internet. Anyways, back to what I think Pi Coin is going to be talking about mostly AI, or I have no idea what they're going to announce. I literally have no idea what's going to happen in 2 days, but I think it could be AI based, and it's simply because of this chatbot they have in here, low key. It's Mac, how you doing today? It's a Map of Pi AI chatbot. What should I ask it? Where can I spend my Pi? Spend my Pi in Mexico. How about I do that? Let's see what this bot says currently. All right, it told me pretty much what I already knew. Can you give me a list of stores? A list of stores in Merida. Like, I'm curious, like, why do they have this AI bot even here? It's built by Zapier. I wonder what's going on there. My apologies, I'm not sure about that topic. Okay, well, it's really not that helpful. Let me see what Zapier is. Build a free AI chatbot. Wow, that's kind of crazy. So I guess this bot is harvesting our data somehow, or like at least using the data and the feedback that it gets from these questions and answers. Like, how can AI be free? All right, so they are using an AI from another source, so that's interesting. Yeah, then it might not be an AI announcement. What do you guys think they're going to announce? What do you think? I'm so curious. I've seen some people talking about Binance listing. I think that's what Michael said. I'm curious what you guys think. Sorry, I got into politics earlier. Like I said, and I don't know why this always thinks I'm in Oregon. Yeah, I'm not a big politics guy. So sorry about that. Like I said, they're all puppets. You want to know my opinion? These are all puppets. That's all. Every single one of them. Let's see what's going on in Merida. I'm gonna be able to spend some money here. I'm a few hours away from here. Let's see. What can I get? Ola, they offer service complete for a party and a family reunion. I wonder what it. I can't. I'm not very good at Spanish, honestly. I think we will get to know what dApps will be available. That would be nice. Right now they have, let's see, only 2 apps on mainnet. Let's see. Ronald says I think we get to know what dApps will be available. I hope so. That would be really sweet. Michael Dunn says his job is to better his own country. I agree. South Africa is super impoverished because of allowing external political agendas. There's literally discrimination against the minority. Oh, South Africa. Oh, what a troubled part of the world as well. I'm American, so we're troubled as hell. Um, but yeah, I'm not crazy familiar. Obviously, they really only teach us about the apartheid and stuff like that in South Africa, but nowhere's perfect. Everywhere has its ups and downs and has biases and stuff like that. I was just in Portland, Oregon, in the U.S. for like 2 years, and it's almost all white people, and they hate white people somehow still there. So like, you can find people discriminating, unfortunately, anywhere you go. But you can also find amazing and lovely people anywhere you go. Just my 2 cents. I think the well-known companies that have developed apps are kept secret. I think you're right. Gosh, what else can it be? Have you guys tried any of these other apps? I've tried out a couple of them. What does the check mark mean? Verified. Okay, cool. I knew that the mainnet app was the M. Okay, so it's officially been verified, whatever that means. I guess they've gone through KYB standards. Yeah, I guess I'm just so curious. Here's the app.link for Pi. Let's go to testnet. Let's try out testnet. See what's going on here. Global Mall, Country of Pi. That has to do with ecology. The Pit Go. Grass Ion. Yeah, I wonder if it's going to be some dApps. Let's go ahead and take a look at what other news we can find about Pi Coin. Let me pull up something else. MXT works for me, so no need to try others. Yeah, man, you're so stoked. How I wish I had some way of trading easily. Kind of crazy, like they discriminate against Americans, even in the financial system. Maybe X and Tesla. That's what Ronald said. Oh my gosh, that would be crazy. Amazon, but I would love to have my other 900 Pi coins migrated. Same, bro. Same, same. So Ronald's thinking maybe it's going to be some sort of integration or announcement having to do with Tesla or X or Amazon. I'm curious too, also, yeah, if it'll be something for like a country. Just imagine if just one country told their citizens, you gotta mine Pi coin. Like then they could try and just like be whales essentially, you know what I mean? Or like I don't know. Like what if China just forced everybody to do that? Like or any of the other countries that have authoritarian economies, Or in general, what if they just encourage people to start mining? I have no idea. So do we think maybe it's a partnership with companies, maybe it's a partnership with countries? Like what Dunn said, I think that's too big. I have to agree. I think that Amazon and those announcements got to be after maybe the tech's proven a little more. Pi is still in its infant stages. Mass adoption will take a few years, IMO. Yeah, we've been talking mass adoption in crypto for years, and we're still not there yet. I do think that we're pretty close, and Pi leads the way for mass adoption, in my opinion. That's why I'm so bullish on it. They're overcoming the biggest barrier to entry, which is just getting people into dang crypto. That's the biggest problem in all of crypto is just getting people in here. And Pi paves the way. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. We're on the same page. Pi literally makes it possible. It just, if you want someone to do something, you can pay them. How do you convince people to get involved? You pay them. Why did people start buying Bitcoin and mining Bitcoin? Because they believed that it would have value. And so they decided to become part of the network. I'm sure all those people didn't know how to mine Bitcoin. They just did that before. Nicholas will talk about mass adoption at consensus. I think that hopefully will be what he talks about. Hopefully. I'm just so curious. They have, what is it, 18 million, or it's either 12 million or 18 million KYC users. What can you do while people are KYC? There's a lot of advantages to having people be KYC. So I think it might have something to do with that. I know that they just announced that they're like the Banksa partnership. They're going to allow for people to KYC through Banksa, and then if you've already KYC'd and they're partners with those companies, then you can just start buying Pi. So I don't know. I think mass adoption, yeah, that's on there. I'm just glad to see him speak. I did watch a video of him talk like a year or two ago or whatever, but he's just been very quiet. So I respect builders. I'll be excited to see him actually talk though. That movement was crazy though. I know you, I know Ronald, you still it's like a cup of coffee when you see your coin was at 60 cents and then it was at like $1.80 like in 2 days. Oh my gosh. Especially with a market cap as large as Pi coins. This is like an insane amount of money coming here. Like an insane amount of money to be able to move something that has, what is it, an $8 billion market cap? Yeah, here we go. $8 billion market cap. To be able to move it around like that, like it's some small little rinky dinky coin. We got some big players taking a look. I've been meaning to drop a video just reminding everybody, friendly reminder, just make sure you keep your heads on straight, you know? Don't let it go to our head. If you're here to trade, then hunker down. If you're here for the long term, then hunker down. Make sure you have a plan because things are going to get freaking crazy here soon. All right, I actually meant to go to X. Collaboration with banks would be interesting. I don't know if I'd be more happy or scared. Like scared that banks are, part of the corrupt enterprise that they are, but of course it would also help pump the price, pump our bags, of course. 1.5 billion traded in 24 hours. This guy's all in on Pi. I wonder if they're going to have some sort of like smart contract updates, or what they really could use is like dev kits. So while I read these comments, okay, I'm gonna be talking about this. So a lot of other like Solana, Sui, Ethereum, pretty much everything else has dev kits where it's like pre-built code, so you can just like copy and paste, and you know, like devs don't have to restart and do so much work over every single time. So they even released updates to dev kits that would allow for more exchanges, like decentralized exchanges. I built this option in the code. Yeah, I know that it's open source, but like there are actual like they're called like SDKs on some of the other chains, and things like that. It's just like specific like plugins essentially, and I don't think that they have them yet. Like I'm thinking of, because we would have other exchanges and we would have other people using it, you know, using some tech. They need to give the app a facelift to make it look more user friendly. Dude, I agree with that. Can't hear you over the mic. You can't hear me? La la la. Is it just really quiet? Should I talk louder? You can now. All right, interesting. Very interesting. Thank you for the heads up. Music played earlier. What the hell? Oh, it might be something. Oh. Yep, I see it. Was me scrolling through here. My bad. My bad, my bad. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for the little heads up. Now you're loud and clear, baby. Nice. This is one of those like windproof mics, so I sound like a pilot a little bit. There's no bass in my voice. I can't listen to my videos. I don't know how you guys are doing it. It's cringe listening to yourself talk. But yeah, so I'd be curious if they had some SDKs or some options available. Oh, I also looked into this GCV a little bit harder. Ronald, I know you were a proponent of it as well, or someone else was talking to me about it in these chats. So I think it could be more possible than I was giving it credit for. And here's why, is because they're not talking about US dollars. The GCV value is some other currency in like, I forget where, like Vietnam, or you know what? It's another currency. They're not talking about 314,000 US dollars per one Pi coin. And whenever you convert the currency that's actually from into Pi coin, it's more fair than US dollars, that's for sure. And long-term lofty goals. So that's something. I feel bad I've been giving the GSV people a lot of hate. Probably Japanese yen. Yeah. It was some other thing. It was some other currency. I was like, oh, if I had just known that, I would not be ripping on this right now. So here we got HTX still talking about Pi coin. Oh, no, they didn't. They didn't put. Oh, here's Pi coin. Blink. Tiny. Teeny tiny. They're still hinting at it though. But yeah, so the GCV or whatever, I gotta be a little bit nicer about it now, because it's not US dollars. It's another currency. That's typical American, always thinking everything's about us and the US dollar, and you know, typical American over here. Just think it's so close-minded. Like, no. But yeah, so I gotta be a little bit more open, a little bit nicer to the GSV people. They're a bullish community. I hope they will give Pi a steady minimum value. A stable coin would be nice. If we get a stable coin integration, that would be huge. Most of the volume in crypto actually comes from stable coins. So if we go back to CoinGecko here. Oh, shit. Also, let me know, do you guys prefer light mode or dark mode for things? I guess I have a little bit of each going on here. But stable coins are the overwhelming majority of the actual volume per any given day in crypto. Here we have 24-hour volume. Look at this. USDT, Tether, doing double what Bitcoin is doing, the next closest. is Bitcoin, and Tether's doing double the volume that Bitcoin is. Also in the top 10 is USDC. Yeah, I would be very happy with a stable coin. I'll be honest, there's not anything like an announcement that Nicholas can just come out with and be like, we're gonna stabilize the price, we're gonna buy up all the supply at this price or whatever. Like that just I don't think it's gonna be anything price related. I don't think they're gonna talk about the price. I don't think they're gonna talk about Pi coin, in that regard. It's just not what builders do. They don't care about the token price. Obviously they care, but they're just building. And then however the market reacts, however the market reacts. I would be longing Picoin right now. Exactly. And it's network effect. The more people that come in, the actual more valuable a network is. It's called, oh my gosh, what is that law called? Metcalfe's law, controlled by AI. So really quickly, let me go to Metcalfe's law, and this is why I'm so bullish as well on Picoin. If you guys haven't seen my video, I think I have, it's like 8 or 12 reasons why I'm bullish on Picoin. Metcalfe's law is something people used to talk about all the time. We don't hear about it anymore. And essentially, I'll read over this and then I'll give like an English version of it. Metcalfe's law states that the financial value or influence of a network is proportional to the square of the number of connected users of the system. This is something that's talked about a lot of times in like the early OG days of Bitcoin. People were always talking about Metcalfe's law. I heard it all the time last cycle. I don't hear anybody talking about it right now. But this is why I'm so bullish on Picoin in the long term, is because, like I said, they are overcoming one of the greatest barriers to entry is just getting people into crypto, period. That's the most difficult thing in all of crypto. And they have 20 million verifiable people that have actually gone through KYC. That is way more than the bullshit amounts of people that are using Solana every day. I'm a Solana, I've been a Solana maxi for a long time. We're building our company on Solana. Our product is on Solana, but most of the things are bots. Almost all of the transactions are bots on Solana. So to have 20 million actual users is an insane amount, and I think that that's why the value of Picoin is so undervalued, personally, in my opinion. Look at this. I'd be long in it right now. I think it's going to break through this part right here. God, let me trade Picoin. Mexi, big get. Let me trade. Let's see. Ronald says, by the way, if you guys are appreciating the daily updates, please throw this video a like, drop some comments. Does go a long way. Picoin finally on the rise again. If you guys are bullish on Picoin, also give this a like. Let's get more eyes, more attention in the ecosystem. Ronald says in the comments that the value will rise over time and the bottom price will keep rising slowly. I'd have to agree with that. Controlled by AI because the ad revenue will keep coming in. Pi will use Solana. Interesting. Yeah, I definitely think that the ad revenue coming in every single day is beneficial, but I highly, 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 highly doubt that they'll use it to just buy the floor. I think that a lot of that money will go towards different DeFi protocols and probably deepening liquidity pools, just like adding money to liquidity pools. Do you guys know are you guys familiar with liquidity pools? Let me know how familiar you are so I'm not talking too much or too little about them, but I think that they'll probably be adding them to liquidity pools. Like I think we're going to break out right here of $1.20. Here we go. I wish I could have longed. Let's see. Bounce. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Whoop. Are we going to stay above it? Are we going to close? Oh, rejection. There we go. And boom. I knew I should have longed. We're just going to fly through here now. Yep. There's a bunch of shorts getting liquidated. Yep. Here we go. I got to figure out how to trade this. Oh, rejected. It'll probably spike back up in a second. The shorts and the longs are battling. My bad. I keep whacking the microphone. You said Pi will use Solana. What do you mean by that, Ronald? Also, what coding language is Pi Coin? That will determine a lot of the use case. It uses, here we go, consensus protocol to validate transactions. Let's see. Oh yeah, platform SDK here. That's what I was talking about before. Yeah, the dev kit. Okay, Python. Yeah, Python, JavaScript. Yeah, it's pretty applicable. You heard it in a video. Guys, we're about to absolutely rip through here. Look at this. Gosh, I just want to figure out how I can trade Pi Coin. I want a DeFi announcement. I want a DeFi announcement. That's what I'm looking for. Let me frickin' trade on DeFi. I don't care about decentralized exchanges. Let me trade. I got out of crypto to avoid all this bullshit. Just because I'm American, I can't freaking trade? Fuck whoever did that. That's literally why I got out of all of centralized finance. It's because it's crap. They're limiting my ability to do what I want to with my money. Here we go. I could have been making a little profit here, making a little something off of this trade right here. It's all good. Everything happens for a reason. It's all in divine timing. But it's frustrating not being able to trade. What else do you guys think is coming up on the announcement? I'm curious what you guys think. $1.20. Now there we go. I told you it was breaking out. I said it was happening. And they charge you for it. They charge us just to F us, man. Oh my gosh, there we go. $1.22. I freaking called it. I called it. God damn it. This hurts. Oh, this hurts. I'm about to end this and try and figure out how I can leverage trade as an American, because this is just messed up, man. I wanna take part in this price action. I can buy and hold. I'm cool with that. Look, there's 696 posts by the Pi Network. Let's fucking go. We're moving. I called it as soon as we were going past that level. But now here's the next level of resistance. I'm loving this. I'm filling my bags. Let's go. Nice, dude. Coinbase. What is this? Oh, Coinbase joins S&P 500. Congrats to Coinbase. Nice. Big shout out to them from May 19th. That's crazy. All right, seeing some resistance here. I think we're probably actually going to keep pushing through here as well, this 122, wherever the resistance is. We are, yep, see, there we go. We're going to keep pushing past. This is crazy, though, guys. Just be careful about buying the rumors, selling the news kind of situation. Yeah, do you guys see this? Anybody pay attention to D-Gods? Frank left. There's been a lot of talk about that. But yeah, no other major Pi coin news going on today. This is just all whales, just having fun, having a little ball. A whale cabal ball. Let's go Pi Network News. Let's see if we can find anything that's not just speculation. Take a look in the mirror. All right, let's go news. Let's go tools. That was past 24 hours. No major headlines. If there's anything big that happened, there would at least be a headline that includes it. Their massive price surge. Pi Network's market cap 7 billion. Guys, Pi Coin was just sitting in like 34th place out of all the coins in the top 100, and then it went like all the way to like 15th or like 18th or something. Now it's back down to 20th, but like just don't sleep. Look at this coin moving. God, fuck me. Oh my gosh, I need to figure out how to leverage trade on. I need to figure out how to leverage trade. That's killing me. Killing me. It's one thing to call that once, though. Every single day, we should be able to trade and make the right plays the majority of the time. So if I did it once, we'll do it again. It'll be all good. Pi currently sitting ranked 20th place. No real news coming out. What do you guys think's going on? It's manipulation. Is it buy the rumor, sell the news? Do you think that we're going to keep mooning up until the 14th? And then we might crash back down and resell for a little bit. Let me know what you guys think. No real news come out. People are just buying the rumor that something is going to happen. But I'd say be careful. Just keep your heads on straight, guys, if you're listening to this. Just make sure whatever your plan is, you stick to it. Try not to get too emotional. This is going to swing. We're going to see 50, 60% days on the upside, 50, 60% days on the downside. The upside days feel much better, though. Look at us pumping. We're just moving. I like to move it, move it. All right, before I go, let me put some more lines on the chart. Let me do that. I think it's been long enough I can do that. Pi Network to the top 10. I agree. Oh, yeah. I think that's where it's heading, personally. I could not agree more. Wow, let me go to the 4-hour here for some bigger. Guys, it's crazy the fact that I can throw in a 4-hour candle on the chart and it still only takes up a small percent of the entire screen that I have here. We're so early, it's crazy. Gosh, there is not a lot of other levels. There is not a lot of other. Hey, Endry, let's go. The news is there is no news and we're pumping, which means that a lot of big money is looking at Pi Coin. That's a big news. Andre, I'm sorry, I probably just butchered your name. Let's go. Great to see you again. Hope you've been well. Long time no see, guys. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you for the likes as well in the video. If you guys appreciate the daily updates, make sure you drop some comments, drop some likes, all that good stuff. Lets me know I'm not wasting my time. Oh my gosh, love this. You're on the waiting list. Let's go. I'm glad it worked. Everything's moving along. Hopefully you're able to get access to your coins soon. I feel you. Even though I'm on mainnet, I can't do nothing with the Pi coin yet. So we are just early. It's not that often you get into a coin that's in the top 100 and they have this little price history on the chart. It's just crazy. You're on step 9 now. Let's go. Congrats, Andre. Sorry if I'm butchering that. Do feel free to show me how to say it phonetically. But good stuff, guys. Love to hear it. Pi Army. The news is there is no real news. Everybody's betting on the news on the 14th. Just be careful. If you're trading here or if you're buying in for the first time, some people like to buy the rumor, sell the news. So when they hear that there's an announcement coming, they'll buy. And then when the actual announcement that even if it's bullish comes, then they'll sell no matter what it is. So just be careful of that. There's a lot of manipulation going on. Endry, I for E. Okay, it is E. Endry. Did I say it right that time? Endry. I'm on 9 now. Wait, Endry. That was probably better. Yeah, let's go. Let's fucking go. Endry. Thank you for that little correction. Yeah, guys, here's what's going on now. I'm really looking personally at $1.50. I guess I can probably technically put in another line. Let me go horizontal array. Oh crap, actually let me do a full horizontal line real quick. Yeah, let me get one more, I guess. Boop. Right around $1.66. I guess that's the new point that's bouncing off of in there. Let's see. And then just nothing else really for a while. I mean, in here, I guess I could throw in some lines. That's not going to be crazy helpful, though. I wouldn't stick to these too much. Do you know anything about this? Anything about what? The pump or trading? And drawing lines on charts. Because for all of those, the answer is a little bit. I consider I'm much less of a trader than I am, or like a technical analyst than I am a long-term holder. My strength has always just been find the right narratives, buy, hold. Don't give a fuck what anybody says about them. That's really where I made most of my money. My first 100x in crypto was on Polygon. Or was on Matic. Where even is Polygon these days? They gotta still be in the top 100. But yeah, that was my first 100x. Yeah, because I knew that Ethereum L2s were going to do well at the time. And yeah, I'm more of a narrative driven person. That's why I'm so bullish on PI Coin. If I could trade, I would though. Oh, okay. Do you know anything about this? Tentative approval. Congratulations, you have passed the decentralized validation step of the special KYC in your region. Nice. More examinations are necessary before migration of mainnet special KYC. This is what's showing now for me. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but I'd imagine it means that you're on the right track. You're going through the process of being um, fully on the mainnet soon. So I heard that it was by region by region. They did a lot of the KYC process. So I guess it's just for your region they're going through, and they probably have one more step in their process before you're fully, allowed to actually transfer stuff like that. So, yo, let's go, Andre. Let's get it. I'm glad that you got through that step finally. Hey guys, PiCoin is absolutely moving, baby. Congrats to all you guys that held. Congrats to everybody that's still holding. I'm gonna draw. Maybe let's get another trend line going in here for the short term. Go trend line. I heard OKX has license in the US now. They say that. Don't listen to that. I saw that too. I got all excited. It might just take some time, but I can't buy or sell PiCoin still on OKX. I tried. I have both wallets. I can show you guys again real quick. Oh no, my pen's all janky. My stylus is all janky. Make my screen do weird stuff. All right, let's go. I feel pretty good about this line. Could probably go less steep with it. Yeah, I feel pretty good about here. And what was the question? Yeah, you heard OKX has a license in the US now. I also heard that. I'll show you guys real quick though. OKX, what it looks like for me as a US citizen. And I did go through the KYC process. So here's one of them, one of their apps. And if I try and get to PiCoin, gotta go. It's 12 a.m. in the UK. Yo, good night. Thank you for tuning in. I'm probably gonna wrap this up anyways pretty soon here. Andre, hope you're doing well. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let's fucking go. But yeah, OKX. I can't find PiCoin still in here. They show these options, and that's not actual PiCoin. You can see one's on Binance Smart Chain, and the other one's on Ethereum. That's not actual PiCoin. And where's the other OKX that I have? Should I stay or should I go? Bow, 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 bow. Look, I even verified my identity. I'm like, oh, cool. This will be sweet. This will be easy. I can finally buy and sell PiCoin. Nope. So I don't know. I heard the rumors about OKX and PiCoin too and US users, but doesn't appear to be working for this one. So that's everything from me, guys. Enjoy the pump. Just enjoy these days. We're going to have double digits on the downside too. So be careful. It's going to happen eventually. It's how these things work. We'll pump like crazy. We'll go down like crazy. We'll pump like crazy. We'll go down like crazy. This is the bull run. That's how it works. So everybody just make sure you have a plan. Hold on your hats. Touch some grass. Do what you got to do for some self-love. Maybe do something for someone else as well. Something for a stranger. Make the world a little bit better. Anyways, though, that's been everything from me, guys. It's Joe Unchained from New Money Crypto. We all know there's smart money, dumb money, old money. Years from now, they'll be calling you new money. Until then, I'm going to have to catch you guys on another video soon. I really appreciate you for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, comment for more, and I'll catch y'all soon. Peace.